welcome to Coffree with John. I'm your host, John. Welcome to Coffree with John. So, if you're like me and you're a modern music listener, you cannot live without rap. You cannot live without hip-hop, which makes me extremely excited to introduce my first guest and, quite frankly, Santa Clarita legend. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for J Money. J Money, why don't you come out here? It's super special. We got a real guest today. This is fantastic.
I like rolling 20s in the front, ones in the back.
How you doing, brother?
20s in the
What's up, my homie Sapien?
Dude, welcome to Coffree with John, bro.
Thanks, man.
Looking good.
Good to be here. Good to be here. What's up, everybody? It's your boy J Money. Yeah, what's up? Nice to meet you. Give me a slice of pizza. I'm vegan. I no longer eat your meat. Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Dude.
My homie Sapien, Johnzo Ball. Coffree with John. John, a.k.a. Johnzo Ball. Yeah.
It's a true pleasure.
Yeah.
It's a true pleasure.
Thanks for having me on the broadcast.
The pleasure's all mine, buddy. The pleasure's all mine. Santa Clarita legend. So many people have seen you dancing and doing your thing and freestyling and free wilding and just getting out there wilding out, bringing fresh styles to Santa Clarita. How long have you been doing it for?
How long have I been doing that for? You know, in earnest as J Money. Nearly 2 straight years. Just almost every day, you know. At the beginning, 5-6 days a week, you know. I live as the character, as you all know. I live as J Money like this. Vast majority of the time. Yeah, it's been a journey, man. It's a good question. Good question. It's a good question.
So I think what we all want to know is what was the initial inspiration point for J Money? Like, where did you go from J Money wasn't anywhere in your life to all of a sudden you're going to be J Money?
Another great question. Hard hitter. When did I decide to go in earnest? That's what you're saying? Full time? When the character was created? What's the question?
Yeah. Like, at what point did you go from you were being yourself, and then this idea for you to be J Money comes in?
Man.
We can circle back around to that when we're warmed up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just having to go deep in the files, man. I'm having to go deep in the files, you know what I mean? Like, dude, I've been so lost in it. Here's the thing, man. I've been so lost in it that it's hard to even, like, remember timelines. Like, because the thing is just so real that, like, that rational stuff is hard to hold on to. So, like, it's hard to remember exactly, like, on a linear timeline. That's why I'm struggling with that question, Johnzo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't know, dude. It's been a while.
It's been a while. So maybe at some point he'll remember where J Money came into being. But right now that's not important, because right now the important thing is that J Money is being. And he's here.
Maybe we come back to that.
We'll circle around. We'll circle
toward the end.
Around. Yeah.
Toward the end. Once I'm warmed up.
We'll get him warmed up.
Once I'm warmed up. Get me warmed up. Get me warmed up.
J Money is a hype machine.
Yo.
Compressed into a human body. It's pretty dope. So, I don't know. Easy stuff. What do you like for coffee?
Dude, that's a great question. What I like for coffee, I like iced coffee, no ice. No ice. You know why I like iced coffee, no ice? One, sugar's bad for you. You know how I found that out?
I don't know.
Dude, I was in my backyard one time. I spilled some sugar. The next day I came back and there were holes eaten in the brick from where the sugar fell. And I said, you know what, I'm pretty sure my internal organs are not as strong as brick. I should probably stop ingesting sugar.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
So I go, no sugar, no cream. Because, dude, I'm the vegan rapper. Don't give a crapper. I'll pull out the Thomas Scott and by hand draw you a mapper. Dude,
that's
so, you know, I don't go the cream, dude. And so here's the point. No ice doesn't dilute the iced coffee. So at the end of the day, if you have some left, you put it in the fridge. Next day you grab it, it's like straight from the barista. Perfection, no dilution of the coffee whatsoever. Good question, Johnzo Ball. That's a good question, Johnzo Ball. My homie, Johnzo Ball. Good question.
That's a new one?
That's my new greeting, dude. Instead of just a pound, you snap it while you pop it. Bam, dude. Then maybe a blow up after. That's a little too advanced, but that's the stock.
Yeah, that feels fantastic. Steve Domes? Oh yeah.
And then here's the thing, dude. So say you're popping somebody out, right? You're popping somebody out. Say it.
You're popping somebody out.
So say you're popping somebody out.
You're popping somebody out.
If you snap with the other hand too, while they don't even see it, and that one's lower, it's like a double snap effect, and everybody's like, dude, what's that dope stuff going on over there?
What's
that
wizardry?
ill? What's this wizardry going on over there? It's like pop, and you're like, woo, what's popping off right now? That's the J Money greeting, dude. Bam.
That's sick.
Love it, man.
J Money patented greeting.
Dude, you gotta, come up with your own things that make life interesting. Don't just, I mean, there's nothing wrong with mimicking cool stuff other people's doing, but it's super dope to come up with your own stuff. That's all I'm saying.
So be original.
If you can be. It's not that easy.
No.
It's greasy. Some people look at me, think I'm a little bit sleazy. Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, dude. I have no idea. Can we vape on this show?
Yeah, you can do it. It's Coffree with John. You can just be free. And I'm no longer mainlining LSD.
It's a classic film, dude. Dewey Cox. Walk Hard. Dewey Cox. Love that movie. John C. Reilly, a great and underrated actor. That man is a genius. I'd love to be friends with John C. Reilly.
You hear that, John C. Reilly?
I'd like to be friends with you, John C. Reilly. Can we be friends? Look at me. John C. Reilly. Can we be friends? Let's do the friend thing. Let's do the lunch thing, babe.
Lunch?
Because I'm an LA rapper. We do the lunch thing, babe.
Lunch with John C. Reilly. That's what J Money wants.
All up in the SCV LA. That's where I'm from. SCV, Santa Clarita Valley. That's a part of Los Angeles. But then LA, so SCV. Bam! You know what it is. You know what it do.
I do know what it is. And then I'm hooked on the pop.
You're hooked on the pop, dude. Hooked on the... He's hooked on the pop. He's a bottom, maybe not a top. You gotta fill up his mop, 'cause he's sweeping your kitchen.
And now for a commercial break. Do you want to buy stuff? Buy this thing. Buy this thing and it'll make you happy and solve all your problems. It's at a low, low price. You can afford it. Buy this thing. All right, welcome back.
Welcome back. Yo, what's up? You're here with your boy J Money, aka J Dizzle, aka J Mo, aka Jameson. What is up? You're here at Coffree with John.
Hi, everybody. So, you know what the deal is. We have coffee. It's kind of a freedom zone. If you're somewhere out in the world and you don't have somebody to drink coffee with, you can throw this on. Feel like you have a friend with you. Especially if you're like in an airport lounge. Man, that's... I don't even want to talk about that. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. So, musical influences, rap influences. What you got on your mind? We just want to peek into the mind of J Money. You can pretty much talk about whatever you want.
Man, dude, I remember walking home with a Walkman, listening to Mama Said Knock You Out all the time, and I found myself like naturally karaokeing it. I was just like, dude, this feels good to just like not just listen to this song. It feels even better to like yell this song. Like, Mama said knock you out, and it was like giving me swag. That's what rap is to me, man. It's swag for rent. You're renting somebody's swag, and to me, like, there's a dope part about being like a real rapper, and then there's like the panache, the artist side that you put on top of that bass layer, right? So to me, I'm like the David Bowie of rap. the Lady Gaga of hip hop, you know, the Elton John of the game, you know. I'm bringing like that. I'm bringing that little extra. Let's not kid ourselves. J Money's bringing the little extra that you're not quite seeing in hip hop these days, which I totally respect. People going like without the jewelry, they're going straight up. I love that. I do. I respect it. But it's not my style, man. My style's over the top. I gotta honor that.
Yeah, you got that Lamborghini flashy Italian design house style.
That's why he's Jonzo Ball, dude. Listen to that sum up, dude. You're good at sum ups, Jonzo Ball.
I owe that to calculus. Thanks, calculus.
You get it, dude? He owes good sum ups to calculus. Do you get that? Cool. Then you're with us.
So, what's your opinion on cash and fat stacks?
I'm for it.
J Money's for it. Cash and fat stacks. What are some of your favorite slang terms for money?
Hold on, I gotta make sure my vape's at the right wattage.
Okay.
Important. These are important,
What was that
critical
question?
elements. Do you have some favorite slang terms for money, or like, slang terms, or like money stories?
Fade, Skrilla, Brick House, Ice Cold Latinum. Come on, let's be real, dude. You can never have too many names, too many nicknames for money.
Yeah.
That drizzle dizzle.
So you're an international traveler. I don't think a lot of people know that, but like, I know that you're an international traveler. So you've handled all kinds of different money. Do you have any favorites or any like stories about the different monies or anything that comes to mind?
Another fantastic question. You're like a young Stone Phillips.
Stone Phillips here.
Yeah, dude. Some of my favorite money to fold. Euros. That was tight, dude. That was like a early '90s Eagle Talon Turbo, and something else that's sick.
Like an
Sorry,
early 2000s Mustang with like a kit.
the early 2000 Mustang with a kit behind the early 90s Eagle Talon Turbo, which is one of the underrated imports. By the way, Japanese imports. That was like the base layer of my automobile. That's why I'm sorry to dodge the question for a sec. Just getting that base layers here, dude. That's like the base layer. Japanese imports, like the base layer of my automotive love.
Yeah.
Like Hondas, dude.
Hondas.
Dude, Acura. Acura. Here's my first. You want my first three
Hondas
cars?
with a different badge.
Here's my first three cars.
Okay, first three cars. J Money's first three cars.
1987 Acura Integra 5-speed manual 2-door coupe with a moonroof.
Dude, moonroof off the bat.
Dual overhead
Nice.
cam. 1990 4-speed automatic Acura Integra, which I put Civic Si rims, did a limo tint, did a black light, did Euro clear corners from Japan, right? Then I had a BMW 325, 1989, automatic. Didn't drive it that much, surprisingly. Then I got the 2001 Honda S2K, S2000, 240 horsepower, 6-speed manual convertible. I always wanted that because the first Fast and the Furious, when that dope Asian dude had like that pimped out S2K.
Yep.
That he like took that dude's pink slip with. It
Had
was
the giant wing on the
oh,
back.
the giant wing.
Yeah. And
I should get a giant wing. What am I doing?
What are you doing with your life, J Money? Why
am I-
don't you have a giant wing on your S2K? Safe to say, when you got the S2K, it's been lit ever since.
It's been lit. It's great. But anyways, your question about favorite money to fold. Euros, dude. Euros. Like, don't get me wrong, I love stacking American cash. But euros feel the best. They have different size and shapes based off of how much money it is. So a 5 is like a this, and like a 20 is like a this, and it's like different sizes, different colors. It feels like rainbow paper.
Yeah, I remember what I like about the Euros is that they're so secular and they're so trying to like basically be postmodernist and unifying that they actually invented and created artificial like landmarks and things to put on them. They actually just like made up new like imaginary stuff to put on the money so that they didn't have a lot of the old issues with money. That's how intelligent they were about the creation of it. They're just like, yeah, we're gonna make this clean We're gonna make it clean.
Put me on the Cadillac board, dude. I deserve a college credit. Everybody deserves college credit. You listen to this guy? Dude, AKA the UCLA professor. Come on, dude. AKA the Ivy League man. AKA the West Point King. Jonzo Ball dropping knowledge. Dude, that was dope.
Thanks. Yeah, I do what I can. I like the coins too.
The coins are sick. I liked folding yen.
Folding yen.
In Japan, Tokyo. Ooh, the TKO. Love Tokyo.
Tokyo, yeah. What do you think? Tell us a little bit about Tokyo. What's in your heart about Tokyo?
Not telling me the money thing though, Jonzo Ball.
Hit the money thing.
You know what I wasn't a huge fan of folding? Downtrodden Eastern European money.
Any particular downtrodden Eastern European nation in particular?
Czech Republic.
Although I love Prague, dude. Don't get me wrong. I love Prague, but not a big fan of that downtrodden Eastern European cashola. But anyways, what was the next question?
Well, you're talking about, you got Tokyo in your heart. Like what?
Oh yeah, Tokyo's dope.
What do you like?
Tokyo's like a giant village of super respectful and honorable people. Even in the middle of Tokyo, it feels like a tiny village full of respect, and it's clean. Oh man, the people are friendly. It's fantastic. Left a piece of my heart in Tokyo, dude. I'm like Tony Bennett. I left my heart in Tokyo, Japan. Yeah. Tony Bennett, call out, shout out. Tony Bennett, shout out.
Hey Tony, wherever you're at, keep on bending. Keep on bending.
He doesn't know any other way.
He doesn't know. He's helpless to not bend it.
So then I was listening to LL Cool J in the Walkman, right? I started getting super into rap. I was still into rock, but I was like, dude, rap is sick. Like that got me in touch with my swagger. Rap helped me be like more social, more like outgoing, more comfortable with my own swag, and then, dude, got into Lords of the Underground, Chief Rocka, shout out Lords of the Underground, #1 Chief Rocka, #1 Mr. Funky, right? And then we got into Tupac, Eminem hit the scene, Dr. Dre was killing it at the same time, Snoop Doggy Dogg, Exhibit, X, X, that was a great song, good God, dude, Westside Connection, dude. Got into Biggie a little later, then I was like, dude, I was sleeping on Biggie, this stuff's amazing, dude, because I'm from the West Coast, it took a little longer to get into the Biggie, and then I did, and I was like, dude, this is great. Super into Puff Daddy, late 90s, that classic album Puff Daddy and the Family, amazing, right? I was like Marshall Mathers LP, dude, I had the Dogfather, that's an underrated Snoop album, I like the Dogfather a lot, obviously Doggy Style, but the Dogfather was sick too. Used to bump that in my mom's Ford Aerostar with a stock system, but I'd mess with all the like treble and the bass to try to get the most out of it so it would sound pretty good. And my one friend got in and he was like, dude, I can't take this. And I was like, what? He's like, just people bumping shitty systems.
Oh no.
Then I was like, dude, I gotta get a job. Got a job, dude. Put my pimped out my Acura Integra hatchback stereo system with like a 176 watt deck, all brand new like Pioneer Kenwood speakers. I got a 10-inch Rockford Fosgate sub with an Alpine amp. Dude, that thing was bumping. Then I was in business.
And that was in your first Integra?
That was my second Integra, the 1990.
The 90, and that was the 4-speed?
Yeah, that was the 4-speed. Obviously, I wish it was a stick, but the 4-speed was actually a solid transmission. Like, it had balls when you hit it. It's like 140 horsepower, but that car was light. So it was rad, dude.
And then you got the system in there.
Dude, then we get into like mid 2000s raps, right? Late 2000s raps. Then like Drake came on the scene, right?
Yeah, how'd you like the transition? Like, what do you think about the transition from those like very ballsy and like, probably too much because of like all the misogyny and like the killing and the homicide descriptions and all the gangster rap, and then it like has swung into this like way kind of lower key, more introspective kind of like almost just like half asleep kind of deal.
Well, you're bringing up a good point. I think that's when rap turned into mainstream pop. And I think people would see that pejoratively, negatively. But I don't. I think a lot of good things happened when rap and hip hop became pop music. You know, there wasn't like that expectation of like hardcore beginnings as much, or like super flashy, like giant chains and stuff like that. It became more about like, let's move the music forward and make it palatable for everybody, because everybody's digging this. And I think a lot of good stuff has come out of that. You know, I think like when auto-tune hit big, I think that's when that transition began in earnest. And then it got a little auto-tuney, obviously, but there was good stuff that came out of that. And then everything kind of settled back down into like just boom, the art form of hip hop and rap.
I see what you're saying, yeah. So, you know, correct me if I'm getting this wrong, but it sounds
You're
like
getting this wrong. Nah, go ahead. You're good.
It sounds like the main thing that rap and hip hop are bringing to people as an audience, as like consumers, as what they need from the entertainer is mainly like swag and like ballsiness and like bravado, and that the initial version of it was this like very over the top, like on the streets kind of like violent thing, and like now it's curtailed into, do you think there's still, I guess my question, do you think modern rap is still providing that type of swag like in the appropriate amount?
It's a great question. Some artists do, and I think some artists that provide that are benefiting greatly, because not everybody's doing that anymore. It's not all swag anymore. So I think that's almost creating like a niche or like a part of the genre. Swaggy rap. You know, that's what Jay-Z did the best. He just swagged out. You could rent Jay-Z's swag for 99 cents a track, or buy it, really. You know, rent it 1 cent per stream.
Yeah.
But that's like, he's like the king of swag, you know. But yeah, like there's some artists that are doing swag, but it's not as prevalent as it used to be. I think that's what my new album, Respect the Hustle, shout out, pimp out for my own art, J Money, Respect the Hustle. All the S's are dollar signs. DA for duh, Respect the Hustle, iTunes and Spotify. I think that's what Respect the Hustle does.
Check that out for sure, by the way. If there's one thing you take away from this podcast, is you want to check out Respect the Hustle. Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, wherever good music's sold. You can go down Tower Records and get one. Respect the Hustle, J Money. Swag on
demand.
Yeah, swag on demand. SOD. Yeah. J Money, swag on demand. Look at the guy. Look at him.
You want some swag?
He's the real deal.
I'll give you some swag. I'll give you lots of swag. I'll give you swag in a bag. You could tag it with a mag. You gotta roll that zigzag.
Yeah, it feels like that was like one of the big obstacles coming into this new era in like the 21st century, was that there was going to be this wholesale sort of combing through things that had gone over the edge, like whether it was like, you know, misogyny or political correctness or like insensitivity to certain things. And then I think rap and hip hop, because it was such a huge ball of like untouchable swag and balls, it had a lot of stuff that had to get unpacked. That was like basically over the line for the new era, and to me it seems like they haven't like quite put back the ball together on like what's acceptable levels of like over the top swag, like in the hip hop rap. It's like they're coming in kind of low key, which is cool, but there's not one guy that if I saw a crowd of people, I'd be like, I'm gonna push play on this and everybody's gonna go fucking nuts. Like there's no new stadium rockers coming from anybody. Like, because I think rappers have gotten basically scared to death of like getting canceled, and I don't, because there's only the old guys, only the old knights are like coming out and saying anything or like punching you in the face with anything dope. Like all the new guys, like they're trying to slide in super smooth, which I respect, but like very, very few of them are coming in and just being like, yo, like I'm DMX, I'm just gonna be like this unstoppable like machine of bravado, and I just haven't seen that guy in the last like 5 years. You know, I mean, I'm sitting next to J Money, so you know, I think that you're that guy, but we haven't seen that guy at like the global level lately. Is what I'm saying. What do you think? Do you think we've seen like somebody like that? Like, what's the last global rap superstar that you think that has come out that you're just like, yeah, that guy's just like a superstar, steamrolling the game?
I think Drake did that. I think Drake did that. But you know, I mean, that's more your personal opinion. I'm just listening to your personal opinion on this one.
I mean, I think Kendrick does it. I mean, Kendrick obviously, like, it's.
I mean,
it's
Posty.
tough.
Let's be real.
Yeah, Posty.
Posty. I mean, I think Posty would have stopped your rant halfway through there and been like, "Hey, I'm Post Malone. Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
remember me?
Remember me? I do.
Yeah.
Sorry, Posty.
Yeah, I think
That's
you know
true.
that's
Mac
why.
Miller.
You know.
Yeah. No, I guess there's a number. Hey, you know what? Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. At the end of the day, I'm a 44-year-old white guy sitting here having a cup of coffee. I'm not going to get all my rap and hip hop right. That's why I'm sitting here with J Money, asking him questions.
Yeah, for sure.
So you got the S2K. So what's your favorite system in any car you've had?
That was the Integra system for sure. A system's important, man. You got to feel your music, dude. Music is like a key to helping you navigate like the stresses of life and the expressions of life. And even if you can't express yourself to the point that you wish you could, you know, pure id, you're still throwing it heavily through the super ego filter of what people think about you because you have to, because you have a career or whatever. You have some constraints, which are understandable. They're not ideal, but they're understandable. At least you could listen to music where people are doing that for you and you're still feeling them, you know, and you're still getting that off of your chest.
That's really well said.
Yeah, you know, and you know, I think that's why rap really fits along with basketball. When you play basketball, you know, it's one of the sports, shout out basketball, my favorite sport. Like, when you're playing basketball, your body's feeling swaggy. You know, it makes you dance your own way. It makes you express yourself your own way. Not all sports are like that. You know, basketball has like just such a unique swag to it, such a feel, a vibe of just like, dude, I'm expressing like my physical body like in the most unique way while still adhering to the rules somewhat. You know, that like I think hip hop and rap do that audio and emotionally the same kind of way, and I think that's why basketball and rap have such a beautiful marriage together, you know. And you know, shout out to my Lakers. What's up, Lakers? You know, it's funny, it says like I got that Clippers Street Edition hat, you know, with the GTA font. And like, dude, it's like, I love the Lakers the most, right? But like the Clippers Street Edition hat was just so sick, and how it said Los Angeles, I was like, this is the sickest LA hat out right now. So I got that. Now I'm feeling like, dude, I got to pick up some Lakers stuff. Because people like think I'm like repping the Clippers over the Lakers. I'm like, no, dude, they just came out with the dopest LA hat. Like my style had to swoop it up. And it's like, but it puts me in a weird position. But like, I love the Lakers, dude. Oh my God. Grew up with the Lakers. That's my team, baby. LA Lakers.
Lakers for life.
Yeah. Gonna start bringing it down into the ship. We're gonna start sliding it down. You want to ask your heavier questions, the deeper ones?
Oh, the heavier, deeper questions. Yeah. Do you remember around, like, was there a specific incident that catalyzed you having the J Money, you know, be your personality? Because obviously, you know, you've been like listening and loving rap and hip hop.
I got the answer. It was the point which I reached where going into society normal became painful for me, and I had to express myself in a way where people like knew where I was coming from. And that's why like the dollars had to go in the nose, baby. Like I had to let people know, like, dude, it's just not like the chain alone, it's not swaggy enough. Like I have to do something nobody's ever done before. I have to penetrate my body with the piece of something that people love the most. It's like, you know, sex with my face every day with what everybody loves the most. You know, maybe not everybody, but you get the point. That's like the point was like, I can't go out normal anymore. I just can't do it. I can't stomach it. I have to have my swag out all the time. And whatever point in the calendar that was, that's the emotional point of when I started to have to do it. You feel me?
Oh, I do feel you.
You feel me? Dude, you forgot the snap on that one, dude. You kidding me?
I have to do that again. It was up close. I was juggling coffee and a bro hug and a snap situation.
Yeah. And look at how this man's dressed, dude. Dressed to impress with this shirt. Are you kidding me, dude? Look at this thing. Look at this thing with this pin, dude. Shout out to West Point grad. This guy's a West Point grad, dude. Respect. Look at this. This guy's, dude, you're dressed to impress, dude. Get that dirt off your shoulder. Yeah, dude. Don't forget to do that once in a while for yourself. It's like, this is hip hop Reiki, by the way. That's hip hop Reiki, dude.
Oh, that does feel good.
It's hip hop Reiki, baby.
See? He's just giving away the story here, folks. He's getting keys to kingdoms. He's giving them to you here.
Because you deserve it, dude. Johnzo Ball, dude. Coffree with Johnzo Ball.
We're having some fun up in here. I'm enjoying it. You know? I like it. Yeah, rap, man. I definitely remember the Mama Said Knock You Out video. Okay, here's the first time rap ever changed my life. So I was in 6th grade in 1988 or 1989 at St. Martin's in Canoga Park.
Dude, back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. That's what he's telling the story right now.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you a back in the day when I was a kid story. And I went out for recess in 6th grade, and I heard on the boombox for the first time some voice screaming out, "Hey, we want some pussy." And I was like, what the fuck did I just hear? And most of the kids on the playground were like, what the fuck did we just hear? And we like went over there, and it was
she all right?
It was Luke Skywalker and the 2 Live crew blasting out of this what we used to call ghetto blaster.
Yeah.
Back in the late 80s.
Yeah, dude, aka 8D batteries. Where do you even buy those? It's like $40 to get batteries.
Just blasting out of this ghetto blaster at a private, like, mainly white school.
Yeah.
And it was the most vulgar thing I'd ever heard in my life. But it didn't even register as vulgarity. It was just, I got this blast of, like, pure, unbridled freedom that I'd never felt before in my life. And I was like, oh, that's rap. And I think, a lot of you, if you're younger, you don't remember, American society had a huge debate about rap when it came out in the late 80s and early 90s, and it was mainly like racist, because they were trying to figure out if they should censor it, if they should make it illegal, if it was immoral, if it was gonna, all the things that people do when they get something new they don't like. And that was the first time it hit me, and I was like, this is like fucking great. And so I've just been happy to see it like grow, like through all the years, because they tried to like dismiss it, say, oh, rap's going to be a fad, or it's not going to last. They said, oh, this is like a 5-year genre thing. They compared it to disco a lot of the time. They threw every single thing they could at rap to make it die.
Dude, context, history, throw the history frame. He's giving you history. Every time he opens his mouth, it's a mystery.
So rap grew out of that.
His breath isn't too bad because he takes Listerine. Dude, your eardrums are hurting. They must be blistering. I be smacking babies at the christening.
I'm supporting the freestyle. It's been a while. I'm just sitting here next to this guy because he's got a lot of guile. And then I got this style, and he's got that style, and he's here to help you wild out.
Dude, grilling me over here like 95 OJ on trial. I'm about to run 10 miles.
I'm gonna be like a lawyer and put it in my file.
Rhyme's so sick in your stomach, there's a bunch of bile.
Oh man, that's nasty. If I was in prison, I'd hope you sneak me in a file.
You already said that, but I'll forgive that.
There's a homonym. One was a paper file, one was an iron file. I should have said iron file.
Gotcha.
I should have said iron file.
Gotcha.
Iron file. I screwed up.
The hip hop gods forgive you.
Thank you, hip hop gods.
Hip hop gods.
I need a hip hop blessing. Jam Money, can I get a hip hop blessing?
Lord God, the hip hop Lord God, as in the Roman style, many gods, one of which being the hip hop God. Hip hop God, may you continue to bless the truth, the emotion, the swagger, the straight from the chest truth, feeling real life, getting all that strife out of your life the right way. and blessing us with that amazing release that it is hip-hop, rap, keeping it real, being truthful. Thank you for your blessings. Continue to bless us in our life with your amazing energy. Amen.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on the show.
You're the best, J Money. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I gotta do it one more time. You're teaching me. We're all learning.
Thanks for having me on the show, everybody. John's Ball. Thanks for having me on the show.
Hey, it's a pleasure having you.
I'm gonna go about my day. It's been great all the way. All respect to LA and the Bay, California, the whole United States, red, white, and blue. Stay true to you, baby.
J Money, ladies and gentlemen. J Money. The man, the myth, the legend. We already miss him. We already miss him. Well, I hope you'd enjoyed this edition with Coffree with John with special guest J Money. We learned a lot. We heard a lot. And we got a dope hip hop blessing. So I hope you have a blessed day. And feel free to pass on the swag. You're awesome.